This is Project Blinking. It's my third attempt at creating live animation, which is my dream of combining interactive art and character animation. So today, we're going to start a new project, Blinking. If you remember my last video, we've learned that it's a good idea to make a prototype, even if you're working alone. Ignoring Steve Jobs and John Lasseter's advice was not a good idea. Learned that the hard way, really, making clouds of gold. So for this project, we're going to start with a prototype. So here's my main goal for Blinking. I want the character to blink when I blink. This is going to be an extreme close-up shot of the eyes. But you might ask, why? Why are you doing this? What's the point in combining interactive art with character animation? Interactive art is so cool. It can interact with anything. I love that these artworks are only finished when you are there. Yes, you, right here, in front of the artwork, interacting with it in live. But the thing is, I've always felt like they're too abstract. And, to be honest, I don't get abstract. I've been making character animations for years. I love making them cause they have a story. These characters each have a personality and backstories that shape them. Rigging and animating them to show their emotion is so fun. I can feel what they feel. But because I've animated them by hand, it is already finished. Obviously, they are not made for interactivity. So, I would love to try interactive art, but I need a story. I love character animations, but I want the interactivity. So, what if we combine them? I tried to make this live animation a couple of times before. First, with clouds, which was a combination of character animation and interactive background. Second attempt was reflection, which I tried to make the animation interact with your input and LLM response. But I can't say both of these projects were a success. Don't get me wrong, I've learned a lot from these projects, but with clouds, I couldn't figure out how to make both the background and the character to interact with your cursor. And with reflection, it's complicated. So, we're going to keep it simple this time. Something not too ambitious like last couple of times, but simple enough I could actually achieve it. But that doesn't mean this one is going to be easy. I'm going to use Mediapipe, which is Google's tracking system that lets you track stuff like objects, your pose, your hand, and your face. As I've said before, we're going to make the character blink when you blink. With Mediapipe's face landmark detection, we can make this work. I've never used Mediapipe before, but I'm pretty confident this would work. Let's begin with our prototype. After sketching the eyes, separating the parts in Photoshop, rigging and animating in Spine, and setting up Mediapipe through vibe coding in Cursor, this is the prototype of blinking. Through webcam, it detects when you blink and plays the blinking animation when you do. Now for the real thing. I made this image in Midjourney and head to Photoshop, got to work. I actually have a health issue, so I constantly deal with this scorching headache. And while I was working on blinking, it was at its worst. The pain didn't go away for weeks, and I think that affected this project. I didn't plan to paint in the wound, but it sort of happened. It felt right. And I like that it adds story to the image and creates this contrast between the open wound and the way she stares directly at the camera, as if she feels no pain at all. After, again, editing, separating parts in Photoshop, rigging and animating in Spine, building with Cursor. It blinks when you blink. So, this is how it works. When I'm closing the eyes, it plays eyes closing. If I keep my eyes closed, it plays eyes closed in loop. When I open my eyes, it plays eyes opening. And if I keep my eyes open, it plays eyes opened in loop. Also, I've filmed this Memoji video on my phone, put that in here too. This was for demonstrating purposes, and at first I was going to remove it when I actually published this. But I thought, some people cover their webcam for security reasons, and I wanted you to still be able to enjoy this. So yeah, that's why I left the Memoji video here. I also wanted the character to look where you look, so it sort of mirrors your movements. And I quickly realized how stupid that was, because if you look away from the screen, you won't be able to see the character. So I changed it so that the pupil follows your cursor, so that you can actually see the interactivity. Now, it's done, but it felt a bit bland. Something was missing. And one morning, I told you before, I live with this headache thing, and that morning, it was the worst ever. I couldn't get up from my bed. I hated it, but I don't exactly remember how it all happened. But I found myself double-clicking Photoshop and started to work on this. This was unexpected. With a foggy brain, I found myself pouring every thoughts, my struggles, feelings I was having these past couple weeks, everything into this. No filter whatsoever. And this came out. I've never done anything like this before. I love it, and I hate how much this makes me feel vulnerable. Even right now, as I'm editing this, I feel like I'm showing you my diary. Actually, that shouldn't surprise me really, because I scanned my real physical diary for this. But I can't take this out from the video because this was the missing piece, that cherry on top I was looking for. I'm so glad I didn't forget to hit record, because then I wouldn't have any footages to show you here. So anyway, after this little detour, I decided to take some of the elements from this poster to the final artwork. And this is Blinking. can interact with her yourself when you go to this link. I'll leave it in the description. I edited this video from scratch, like 3 times, over and over. Blinking was done on October 2025, and I'm posting this now. At this point, I'm just grateful I got to finish this video and finally publish it, because Project Blinking was fun, and I really wanted to share the whole process with you guys. So anyway, thank you for your time. Leave a comment about what you guys are doing, any personal projects you've been working on, new technologies you've been playing with. Let's just share. Help each other out in this distracted, crazy world. So yeah, thank you for your time, and have a great day.